Guys, something huge is happening with Crypto.com. And honestly, if you're holding CRO right now, or even just watching from the sidelines, you're going to want to pay attention. For the first time in years, we're seeing a massive shift in their marketing strategy, and this could end up being one of the biggest bullish catalysts for CRO we've seen in a long time. I'm not just talking about another flashy sports sponsorship or a few ads here and there. No, this is different. This time, CRO itself is finally stepping into the spotlight. So, buckle up, grab your coffee, and let's break this down step by step, because what Crypto.com is doing right now could reshape the future of the token and potentially make it one of the standout performers in the next altcoin season. Let's start with what everyone's noticing. If you've been following Crypto.com's marketing campaigns over the years, you're probably used to seeing the brand plastered everywhere, on stadiums, during sports broadcasts, Formula One cars, UFC fighters' shorts, you name it. The company has gone all in on brand awareness. But now, there's something new. Take the Australian Football League, AFL, as an example. When Crypto.com signage rolled out in their stadiums, most of it looked familiar at first glance. Just the regular company branding. But then, sharp-eyed viewers noticed something unusual. Right next to the Crypto.com logo were words and visuals highlighting CRO itself, the ticker symbol, the logo, the mention of where millions trade it. Welcome to AI Crypto Pulse, your daily dose of crypto updates, AI-driven insights, and market trends. Stay ahead of the curve with the latest in crypto and blockchain technology. And that's a first. Up until now, Crypto.com has always separated its marketing from its token. The brand came first, the exchange came first, the partnerships came first. CRO was always in the background, quietly powering rewards and staking. But with this move, CRO is suddenly front and center. This is more than just a design tweak on a billboard. It's a signal. It tells us that Crypto.com is no longer content to just be seen as a trading platform. They want CRO to be recognized, respected, and adopted worldwide. Now, don't get me wrong, the AFL is massive in Australia, but Crypto.com doesn't stop there. Their marketing footprint is global. Think about it. They're the official sponsor of the Champions League in football, or soccer, depending on where you live. They have a huge presence in Formula One racing, with logos flying past millions of eyeballs every weekend. They're tied into the UFC, one of the fastest-growing sports organizations in the world. And let's not forget the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles, home to the Lakers and countless major events. That's a marketing empire most crypto companies could only dream of. But here's the kicker. For the first time, CRO is starting to appear within this empire. That means when a casual sports fan who doesn't know a thing about crypto sees Crypto.com's name, they won't just think, oh, that's some trading app. They'll see CRO, start to get curious, maybe Google it, and boom, that's how awareness spreads. And it's not just the marketing department making noise about CRO. The company's CEO, Kris Marszalek, has started posting and tweeting about the token again. For a while, it felt like he was avoiding the subject, probably because of regulatory caution after the FTX collapse. But lately, he's been more vocal. Sharing memes like, you don't have enough CRO? Alking about CRO's role in their treasury and new campaigns. Even publicly engaging with trending token lists where CRO is climbing back up the charts. This is huge because every crypto community needs a figurehead. Think about it. Bitcoin has Michael Saylor constantly singing its praises. Ethereum has Vitalik Buterin driving innovation. Binance Coin had CZ rallying the troops. CRO needs that kind of voice too, and Kris stepping into that role adds legitimacy and leadership the community has been craving. Now, to understand why this shift is so important, let's rewind a bit. CRO wasn't always called Kronos. It started out as the Crypto.com coin, tied directly to the brand. But in 2022, they rebranded it to Kronos, creating a clearer distinction between the token, the blockchain, and the exchange. Why? Partly regulatory pressure. Remember the FTX disaster? FTT, their exchange token, was used as collateral, creating a house of cards that eventually collapsed. Regulators were not happy, and suddenly every exchange token was under the microscope. Crypto.com wanted to avoid the same fate, so they emphasized separation, Crypto.com, the company, and Kronos Labs, the blockchain ecosystem. CRO was pushed more into the shadows. Safer for regulators, yes, but not great for building community hype. And honestly, the CRO community took a hit. Prices fell, attention faded, and marketing stopped mentioning it. Add in the bear market, plus the FTX collapse spooking investors, and CRO went quiet for a long time. But here's the thing. People didn't buy CRO just because of Kronos Labs. Most holders bought it because of Crypto.com's ecosystem. Think about the Visa cards. To get those juicy cashback rewards, free Netflix, or even airport lounge access, you had to buy and stake CRO for months, sometimes a year. That means holders had skin in the game, believing in Crypto.com's success long term. This staking model turned CRO into more than just a speculative token. It became a gateway to real-world perks. And perks are powerful. Imagine telling your friend, I get free Spotify and free lounge access just because I staked some tokens. That's the kind of utility that keeps people engaged. So after years of silence, when did things start to change? Around late 2024, we began seeing hints. Crypto.com released a new roadmap that actually mentioned CRO-specific products, like the CRO ETF. Kris Marszalek started saying things like, make Kronos great again in live AMAs. The Treasury campaign, with CRO at its core, rolled out globally. At first, it seemed small, but taken together, these were the first signs of a comeback. And now, with CRO showing up in global marketing campaigns, it feels like the comeback is official. And here's where timing is everything. We are entering altcoin season. Now it's early days, retail hasn't piled in yet, but you can feel the momentum building. Retail investors, when they return, always go back to the familiar names, Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, Bitcoin, Ethereum. But after that first wave, they look for the next big thing. And CRO checks a lot of boxes for retail investors. It's tied to a trusted global brand. It's sitting in the top 20 by market cap, a sweet spot that feels established but still has room to grow. Most importantly, it's under $1, giving it that cheap penny stock psychology retail loves. People look at Bitcoin at $60K and think I missed the boat. But CRO at 0, 10, 50, or 80, that feels like something that can 10x. Here's something people underestimate. Marketing in crypto isn't just about hype. It's about trust and repetition. When people see Crypto.com ads during the Champions League, Formula One, UFC, or even in their favorite stadium, the brand becomes familiar. And familiarity builds trust. Now that CRO is part of that branding, the token benefits directly. Every billboard, every logo, every sports clip is planting seeds in people's minds. And when retail investors finally ask themselves, which altcoin should I buy? CRO will be one of the first names that pops up. So where does this leave us? Well, here's my take. Crypto.com is done being silent about CRO. They're bringing it back into the spotlight at exactly the right time, when altcoins are about to heat up again. The CEO is vocal, the marketing team is on board, and the sports partnerships are stronger than ever. If you're part of the CRO community, this is the moment you've been waiting for. The seeds that were planted years ago. Visa cards, staking, global sponsorships are finally starting to bloom again. Now, will CRO moon overnight? No. Nothing in crypto is guaranteed, and regulators are still watching the space closely. But if you zoom out, the pieces are aligning. Brand recognition, token utility, retail psychology, and global marketing muscle. Put all that together, and CRO could absolutely be one of the top picks for this cycle. So keep your eyes open, because the story of CRO is just getting started again. This content is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not financial advice. Always do your own research before making any investment decisions. If you enjoyed this update, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss the latest crypto news and insights.